Alright, welcome back to another episode of my movie review series. Episode 163. And happy birthday to Sylvester Stallone. Oh man. Last week I said that I was going to do a movie review on Stallone's birthday. Now I was thinking about this. I was thinking long and hard about this. What movie review I want to do to honor one of my biggest heroes growing up? What movie review I want to do? Now, I thought about doing Rambo First Blood Part 2, but I found out that that movie was Stallone's least favorite in the series, so that will be that was out. That'll be at the end of the month. But what movie would I want? What movie would I want to cover? Something that could be very special to him. Well, he had a little bit of a hard time trying to get back up in the Hollywood ranks. He had a little rough patch in the early 2000s, but then once he revisited his two best friends, Rocky and Rambo, things were starting to really get better for him. And then he shot right back up to stardom, right back up to the top. He's a top action star again. Why? Because of the Expendables. Yeah, baby. The Expendables. The Expendables. Yeah. Oh, I'm so pumped for this. This movie right here. This movie. I gotta tell you, one of my favorite movies of all time. Next to Terminator 2, Judgment Day, The Expendables. This movie, The Expendables, is one of my favorite movies of all time. Not just action movies, not Stallone movies, but one of my favorite movies, period. Close fucking second to Terminator 2. Close fucking second to Terminator 2. This movie, The Expendables, favorite of all time. So yeah, this movie shot him back up to stardom, and yeah, it just gets me pumped every time I watch it. I'm pumped right now. So hey, let's just get into this review, huh? The Expendables, baby, 2010. Huge ensemble cast, man. I mean, let's read out those names, huh? Not only you got Stallone, but you got Statham, Lee, Lundgren, Couture, Austin, as in Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's right, Jack. Yeah, you got Terry Crews, Flint native Terry Crews, Mickey Rourke in this picture, badass Eric Roberts, Gary Daniels. I tell you, you got a couple of fine ass females in this movie too. Yeah, Charisma Carpenter from Buffy and Angel, those shows. Cordelia. And the chick, the damsel in distress, in this movie. But hey, she got some strength to her. This woman named Giselle Itte. It's an accent to the name, so you know me and names, so I can't pronounce them that well. But yeah, Giselle Itte. But yeah. And then you got a couple of special appearances from Bruce Willis and Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's right, man. God took shape and stepped into that church, and he was Arnold. This is back when Arnold was still governor at the time. So when everybody was asleep, he took a little break and he came back into the and did this movie, did that one scene. I mentioned it when I did the Arnold. Well, not me and Alex did the Arnold uh, the ultimate review, the ultimate review of Schwarzenegger. So yeah, link that right there. So yeah, mention this movie in that brief time when we talk about that brief scene. But yeah, this movie though, you know, all these major players, man, all these major players, Stallone, Statham, Lee, you know, the three major players in the opening credits, you get Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Jet Li, the Expendables, and then they gave off the rest of the names of everybody else in this movie. Yeah, and the big baddie, the guy that played the big baddie, David Zayas. But yeah, I tell you though, man, yeah, this is just cool too. It's it's just cool to talk about. I mean, I remember when I first found out about this movie. You know, one night, man, I was watching Rambo. Rambo 4, John Rambo, whatever you want to call it. I was watching that movie on video, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. Well, it wasn't Blu-ray. I didn't have Blu-ray. I didn't have any Blu-rays at that time. Got quite a few of them now, don't I? Got a lot of them now. But anyway. I was watching the movie on video, and I was thinking, what's Stallone got going on next? What's Stallone doing next? I mean, I'm sitting here watching Rambo, so what's he doing next? I did a little search on Stallone, and when I went through the filmography, I see that he got this movie in 2000 that's coming out in 2010. 2010, this year, okay, and it's called The Expendables. So I read about The Expendables, read what it was about, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, this movie sounds pretty serious. All right. Sound pretty serious. Yeah, it's a big action movie, another big action movie that you got going on here. So okay, and then I kept reading, and I read off the other names, that he was planning on getting Wesley Snipes. He wanted to get Wesley, but unfortunately, brother had to go and get locked up for a few years because of tax evasion. Yeah, he had to go and get locked up for a few years, so he wasn't going to be doing any type of work anytime soon. So those back leg spin kicks of his, they're gonna have to wait 8x9 inch cell that he going to have to stretch him out in. But anyway, Wesley, yeah, he wanted Wesley from the jump. He couldn't get him. He wanted Van Damme. He approached Van Damme personally. Van Damme turned him down because the script, he didn't have that. He didn't have no substance for him. The role that he still wanted him to do. Yeah, it wasn't right for him at the time. It was right for him in part 2, wasn't it? What's his name? Wesley came back in part 3, didn't he? Hey man, shit, But yeah, Seagal, Seagal, he could have been in it, but Seagal had personal issues with one of the producers, so he ain't working with that cat no more. So hey, Stallone, he can't work with nobody that don't play long, that don't play well with others. So yeah, he wanted Forrest Whitaker to do it. Forrest Hill was busy doing Repo Man. He wanted two quarters, 50 Cent to do it, but 50, thank God he didn't do it. Yeah. So yeah, he settled for Terry Crews, and Van Damme, he couldn't do it, so he got Dolph Lundgren, which was real cool because last time we saw them, last time we saw Stallone and Lundgren on the same scene together, in the same scene together was you know, I must break you. And Rocky knocked him out. you know. So yeah, I tell you, man, the main principles he couldn't get, he got the real principles right there. Those guys lined up with each other. He got them. Yeah, it worked though. This movie worked. You see the guys. These guys, they're like a tribe. Yeah, a tribe of they're not a group of mercenaries. They are a tribe of mercenaries based out of New Orleans. But Nolans, the natives, they call it Nolans. So yeah, tribe of mercenaries based out of Nolans. So yeah, so they called into they was called to do a job. They took down a few Somali pirates, a few greedy Somali pirates, wiped those motherfuckers out. And then, after that job, one of them, Gunnar Jensen, Lundgren's character, the life, it just got to him, Yeah, he disobeyed an order. They had to pretty much kick him out because he's having some personal demons that he had to get through. Yeah, still using. I can't trust you. You can't trust me. You can't trust me. Be careful. You threatening me, Gunner? Nah, I'm a nice guy. Next thing you know, he turned on them. Yeah, he turned on them. Joined Eric Roberts' joined his team, his organization. Eric Roberts, badass Eric Roberts. Him and Stallone, they work together in The Specialists, and I gotta tell you, man, whoever's out there still watching that review, thank you very much because, man, I'm just overwhelmed every single day that those numbers, still kept climbing, still keep climbing. Okay, those numbers are climbing still, not as fast as they were last year or maybe 6 months back, but still, they are still climbing. People are still watching that review. I mean, yeah, that movie is Stallone's. It pretty much is Stallone's best movie. I said it in that review that it was one of his best movies, and yeah, apparently everybody else agreed with me because there's like a little over 300 people that been watching that review, and yeah, thanks again, man. Hell, keep watching. Shit. Over 300 of you cats. Keep watching. Keep watching. But yeah, Eric Roberts, Stallone work together. Lundgren and Stallone work together. And then you got the first time with these guys, Jason Statham and Stallone, their chemistry in this, yeah, you can tell these guys, they've been working together for a long time, getting on each other's nerves, back and forth for these two, they're like brothers, they're like brothers, bantering with each other, Yeah, mom and dad's not around, so they get to banter with each other, Yeah, when they met up with the contact, which was Giselle's character, Sandra. When they met up with her, she asked what their name was, Yeah, Jason Statham's character, Lee Christmas. Yeah, his last name is Christmas. Yeah, but yeah, Statham's character, he gave out, he answered, Buddha pest. And the look on Stallone's face, that annoyed look that he had. Buddha pest, nice. Oh man, I tell you, yeah, those two guys, yeah, the back and forth banter, Yeah, you can tell they're best friends, but they're like brothers, but they get on each other's nerves each and every single chance they get. Sometimes I just want to kill him. Yeah, sometimes I just want to kill him. Yeah, that's my Statham impression. I mean, who's seen that video of Statham doing the spin kick and knocking the bottle top off? Bottle top spun off the bottle. No, he spin kicked the cap, spun off right off in slow motion. Who saw that video? I'm sure everybody did. Yeah, I saw it. I retweeted that sucker, so yeah, no doubt I saw it. But yeah, I'm mentioning it right now. But yeah, who saw that video? Statham. But yeah, I tell you though, man, yeah. And then you got Jet Li's character, Yeah, he got problems of his own, He's he had to work harder than the rest because he's smaller, you know. When you get hurt, the hole is bigger because he's smaller, Yeah, he need more money for his family, even though he don't have a family, Need more money for my son. I want to send him to a better school. When did you get a family? I have no idea. You don't ask, I don't tell. Yeah, then we found out that he don't have a family. But maybe maybe one day he will. Maybe one day he will. So either way, he need more money. Yeah, life is not fair for him because he's smaller. Oh boy, it's a Toro, Randy Couture's character, Randy Couture, the Natural, Captain America himself. In the UFC, Captain America, not Captain America as in the MCU, because we all know who played that guy. But yeah, Randy Couture, the Natural, Randy Couture, one of the best, one of the all-time best, one of the all-time greats, period. But yeah, boy, unusual guy. And yeah, we all got unusual problems, but for him, you know, what's unusual for him is that ear of his. Because we all know about Randy Couture's ear, right? I mean, that guy, he got the worst case of cauliflower ear ever. I mean, yow. Yeah, everybody in the group, everybody in the tribe, they hear about they hear the ear story all the time. Yeah, bullshit. You guys, yeah, you guys started this. Yeah, we all know I wrestled in college, and the most common injury to that sport is trauma to the ear, a clot, which is unattended, it develops into the cartilage and becomes cauliflower ear. And your point is, you ain't easy being green. Jesus, I swear, dude. Yeah, all these guys got problems. I mean, shit. I mean, all these guys not right. Even Caesar, Hell Caesar, Terry Crews' character, even Hell Caesar. Yeah, his name is Hell Caesar. I mean, Jesus Christ, like, where you get these names? I mean, yeah, you and David Callahan wrote this movie. David Callahan wrote this movie. We all get these names. Yeah, you got that guy named Toro, a guy named Hell Caesar, a guy named Yin Yang. Are these code names? And then you got Lee Christmas. I mean, who actually has the last name of Christmas? I mean, there's a Bond girl named Christmas, and she hates the jokes. And then one name that sounds very common is Barney Ross, Stallone's character. He get the normal name, but in that meeting with Willis and Schwarzenegger, Willis, he pointed out that yeah, his name might not really be Barney Ross. And since we're in this, yeah, you don't need to know his name, but since we're in this nice place, you may as well call me Mr. Church. So yeah, Gunnar Jensen, that's another common name, But then Gunnar, dude's a sniper, and he's pretty good at his job, even though whenever he's not whenever he's not using, you know, he don't have to shoot a little low. Warning shot, boom, guy got cut in half, a little low. But I tell you though, yeah, Hell Caesar, he got a little bit of a crazy in him. Yeah, I trust you. I'm gonna introduce you to my girlfriend, Amaya Kaboom. You lost me there. When Amaya's promise track, she gets off a miniature warhead that arms itself. And when that happens, anything that gets my lady's way go instant red sausage. And if that doesn't work, my sister will. You should be my doctor. Too late. Yeah, his sister's a straight razor. A very nicely crafted straight razor. But yeah, a straight razor. You know, you know, still doing this, He used that sucker, slice it nice in half. Nice and smooth. He'll cut that motherfucker smooth. Oh my god, man. These guys, man, they got some crazy in them, You know. Statham's character, Lee Christmas, the last of the optimists. The optimistic guys. He's the last of them, man. He got a little bit of lady problems, Chris Carpenter's character, she's pretty much the problem. He come home. He come home from the job against the pirates. He come and visit her, but she's pretty much moving on. She got another guy in the house. Yeah, now she got a dilemma. She got this new guy who's no good for her, and then she got this great guy right here that's barely around. But he said he's with her. That matters to him, but not much to her. But she found out the hard way. Yeah, the asshole that she was with, he's no good for her, and she found out the hard way. But hey, the asshole found out the hard way who we shouldn't have been fucking with. Yeah. Yeah, so you bruise her face. Like the way it was. Yeah, keep the bitch, because I'm done with it. Next thing you know, yeah, he whooped his ass, and then he whooped his boy's ass right there on the basketball court. Yeah, he pick up the basketball. Homeboy, he's laid out. He pick up the basketball, slap it right there on his stomach. Take out his knife. Take all the air out that basketball. And he gave him a nice little quiet whisper of a warning. You know, that Jason Statham whisper. You know, next time I deflate all your balls, friend. Yeah, so you know. Yeah, the Expendables. These guys, you know, real cool guys to have a beer with. But once you cross them, you're done. It's over for you. So yeah. So yeah, I tell you though, man. Yeah, these guys. So, this movie is such a cool ass movie. It's so great, so awesome. Oh my god, I love this movie a lot. I can just talk about it all day, every day. And believe me, when this movie was coming out, after I read about it, I was just boasting about Expendables. Anybody that will listen, yeah, you know, the one man hype train right here. I was managing Stallone's career, and Stallone didn't know about it. Okay, I promoted this movie so much back in the MySpace days on my MySpace page. I promoted this movie trailer after trailer so much. I boasted about this movie so much. Man, pretty much trying to get any and everybody. If you're a fan of action films, if you're a fan of any of these guys here, any of these guys in this movie, if you're a fan of badass shit like this, then you gotta watch this movie. I mean, hey, I made it sound like I've seen the movie already, and the movie didn't even come out yet. You know, April 13th didn't even show up yet. April 13th, or Friday 13th, I would have sacrificed my Jason. That's how much this movie meant to me. I would have sacrificed my Jason night. You know, watching 5 Friday the 13th films in a row. I would have sacrificed that just to go and watch this movie in theaters on opening night. That was how ready, willing, and able I was into just getting my eyes, my diamond eyes into this, into watching this movie here. You gotta check out that song "Diamond Eyes" by Shinedown. I'll link that in the description. But yeah, that song though. Speaking of music, you know, the score in this movie by Brian Tyler. Jesus Christ, man. Damn, I tell you, if you're familiar with Transformers Prime, then around the season 1 finale, I think it was like 2 episodes before the season 1 finale, you can hear Brian Tyler's score mix in and it sounded like the Expendables. You can hear it in a few scenes. And man, I tell you, yeah, and at that same time, you know, Transformers Prime was fresh on TV at that time, around 2000, 2011, I think. So Tyler, between Expendables and Expendables 2. You know, he was working on Transformers Prime, and yeah, that score, man. I tell you that score. You can hear familiarity. Is that a word? Familiarity? Yeah, you can hear familiarity with that. But yeah, I tell you that shit, so good, so good, so awesome. Brian Tyler's score in this movie. I mean, yeah, you know, it sounds like military heroes. You know, even though these guys are mercenaries, you know, they come in like heroes, but you know they're military trained as well. Yeah, the finale, the climactic finale of the huge shootout, and you know, like I said, Brian Tyler's score when they was planting the explosives throughout the entire compound. I mean, Jesus, how many explosives they had amongst them? Well, you know, the ones that were planting the explosives, you know, Barney planted a few, Toro planted a bunch of them, Christmas planted a bunch of them, Yang planted a bunch of them. And the other guys, you know, they were taking out the guards. But I'll tell you though, man, this was just some good shit. Good shit. Great military action, great action right off the bat. You know, from beginning to end, awesome fight scenes. You know, I mean, yeah, I saw Stallone do some shit in this movie that I never seen in any other movie, especially Rambo 3. You know, I mean, you saw Stallone do that kick in Rambo 3. You know, you never seen that before. And I'll get to that much later on, but you know, this movie though, you know, it's just it built so much layer after layer of 100% macho manliness. This is truly a man's movie, you know. It's truly a man's movie. Only men, only real men, you know. If you're an alpha male, you know, if you got the big tough beard, you know, if you're the the blue collar worker, you know, you got that attitude. This movie is for you. It is for you. And I'm sure you know exactly who you are. And you've seen this movie, you know. This shit is for you. This is a man's movie. So yeah, the Expendables, man, you know. If you're a fan of Stallone, if you're a fan of Statham, Lee, everybody got their highlight in this movie. I mean, Jesus Christ, Stone Cold Steve Austin was in this movie. And he and Stallone had a fight. He and Stallone. That's WrestleMania right there. No, the real WrestleMania caliber match. The WrestleMania caliber match was between Austin and Couture. WWE and UFC. And Couture beat his ass, okay? Burnt him alive, okay? Yeah, you know. Yeah, Couture, you know, yeah, he tackled him into the flame. Yeah, he rolled off of him. Austin, you know, he laying in the flame. Now he's on fire. You know, he's wailing around. You know, next thing you know, Randy with that look in his eyes. You know, yeah, he just, you know, stand there looking at him. Next thing you know, punch his ass out. Now he's really on fire. Man, but yeah, you know, if that would have happened years ago, oh my God, if that happened years ago, you know, Randy Couture, Stone Cold Steve Austin had WrestleMania, whatever, you know, any WrestleMania that Austin did not face The Rock in, or Triple H in, you know, or Shawn Michaels, you know, any WrestleMania he did not face any other top guys in WWE in, you know, if they would have worked out some kind of deal, and if Austin was healed too, if they worked out some kind of deal, you know, if Austin joined McMahon a little bit earlier, and it wasn't him and The Rock at Mania 18, 17, at Mania 17. Then Randy Couture, Dana White, he would have worked some deal with Vince. This would have been the biggest thing that they would ever done, like with for real with Ronda Rousey coming in to WWE, But yeah, she was coming in WWE, she was done with UFC, but she came into WWE as a WWE superstar. But this crazy fan booking I'm trying to come up with, if Vince and Dana would have had a deal with UFC and WWE clashing, and you had Randy Couture and Stone Cold Steve Austin going at each other's throats. This would have been one huge, huge media blowout, sports and everything. I mean, I'll tell you. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, WrestleMania caliber match, If you would have seen that a long time ago, it would have happened. But, with this movie, it's a huge WrestleMania caliber match. I mean, you got UFC with Couture and WWE with Austin, So, yeah. And, Couture, he would have won the match. Not just, in WrestleMania, he would have won the match. Because, the celebrity always beat the wrestler at WrestleMania, so, yeah, I tell you though. You know, this movie is one huge dream match all over the place. One huge dream match. Oh man, I just love this movie though. And if you're a man and you've seen this movie, if you're a real man and you see this movie, you would love it too. Oh God. I mean, Jesus. I said this a long time ago. This movie would inflate your nuts and make your dick long. Not only it'll put more hair on your chest, it'll inflate your nuts and make your dick longer. Make a dick long, period. That's how tough this movie is, man. That's how bad this movie is. That's how tough this movie is. That's how good this movie is. This is a badass movie all over the place, man. All over the place, Yeah, great fight scenes, great explosions. You got some hot chicks in this movie. Yeah, Mickey Rourke's kind of sort of girlfriend. That chick, she was hot. You got Giselle, fine ass in this movie. You got Charisma Carpenter, who is just beautiful in anything that she's in. She just, oh my God. But yeah, got her in this movie. But this movie is mainly for the guys. This is a huge guy movie. Yeah. Makes you want to just go out and have a beer, have a cigar, and ride your motorcycle. Get a big tattoo of Raven on your back and look like a black chicken with somebody else. Yeah. So what do you think? Still looks like a black chicken. It's a damn Raven. I tell you though, yeah. Yeah, Gunner, yeah, he betrayed the team, but he came back with the team at the end of the movie because, he let Stallone know where they were, so they went and took care of business. Hey, have a disagreement with your brothers, then you gotta deal with it. But yeah, your brothers, they'll get your back. They'll take care of things. I gotta tell you though, this huge melee fight between the Expendables and General Gaza's his entire army. That huge shootout in the inside the compound. You know, one of Gaza's no one of Eric Roberts' boys. Eric Roberts played a guy named James Monroe. Not the president James Monroe, but a guy named James Monroe, a former CIA agent. He went rogue, he went greedy, and he was working with Gaza. As a matter of fact, he pretty much bullied Gaza. Yeah, he is his lifeline. He wanted to make all of this happen. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, there's a guy that works with Monroe named the Brit. I mean, yeah, none of these guys got real names, so I'm not surprised that this guy is named the Brit and Gary Daniels is British. So yeah, yeah, it was like a 2-on-1 fight. He taking on both Statham and Lee, and you know, Lee was getting him some shots. Statham gave him a shot. He can't take him. He can't take them both on. You know, Lee got him trapped. Statham gave him a kick, broke his fucking neck with style. It was just so cool to see, man. I tell you, real cool to see. The fight between Stallone and Austin. Yeah, they were going at it. Austin threw Stallone to the ground, man. So he gets back up. Come on. Here comes Austin. Look like a flying shoulder tackle. Knocked the hell out of Stallone. Yeah, he landed into a pile of rocks. Which in real life, he landed into the wrong pile of rocks. He landed into some actual rocks, not the foam rocks, but the actual rocks. His neck snapped back so hard, and you saw it on camera. His neck snapped back, and he broke his own neck. He broke his neck in that scene. So yeah, this guy, now he got to worry about metal detectors every single time he goes to the airport because he got 3 plates in his neck. So yeah, I tell you, craziness, man, craziness. But hey, Stallone said in an interview, you know, everything that he did, if he didn't get hurt in it, it flopped. But if he did get hurt, it's a success. And this movie, dude broke his neck, so this movie became a huge success. you know. So yeah, I tell you, man, this movie though is just off the charts, awesome. You know what? Like I said, I could boast about this movie all day. I ain't got all day, So I'm gonna just say this movie is a straight up 5 out of 5. I mean, hell, this is Stallone's. This is Stallone's baby right here. This is the big franchiser. Rocky, Rambo, now the Expendables. This is the big franchiser. The third big franchiser for him. Yeah, co-wrote it. He co-starred in it, even though he is the star in the movie, but he co-stars in it because he got all these huge heavyweights in their own field. And then, yeah, this is him. This is him. directed the movie. And yeah, you can see his direction, you can see, where the emotion is, you can see where the chaos is, you know. This movie is a straight up 5 out of 5. And that's my review, Jack. And I'm sticking to it. Now next week, I'm going to I'm gonna go back into the superhero field. I haven't been in the superhero field in quite a long while. Wow. Not for a long time. I think. Wait a minute. Well, yeah, I barely, for a long time I was in the superhero field, but it was just recently I did Watchmen, so yeah, I did a superhero movie recently. But yeah, I tell you, man, next week go back in the superhero field. We're gonna be spending some time in Atlantis. Gonna become king, baby. Check out my other shit right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, happy birthday to Steph. Happy birthday to you, Sylvester Stallone. And this show is off.